what's up? Aidan here with a video on E-numbers and chemicals and preservatives and all that stuff. And will it get in the way of your bodybuilding, your weight loss, your muscle gains? And here's what I say to that. If you're eating whole foods, good, decent whole foods for a start, they won't have any of those things in, so it's a complete non-issue. But let's assume that you aren't eating entirely whole foods, but still watching your macros and eating right. But some of the foods you eat have, say, some E-numbers and chemicals and stuff. You're probably going to die, right? No. Get out of, I keep saying this, get out of the minutiae of this thing. Don't worry about things that aren't fat, protein, carbs, training. If it's not in those four things, who cares? Who cares? No one's good. You're not going to eat a few E-numbers and it's going to ruin your body, improve your body or anything. It's not going to do anything. These are these little minutiae things that people bring up to detract them from the fact that it's... Shh. That was my phone. To detract them from the fact that if you just train hard, eat the right amount of calories and the right percentages, you will improve your body. It's real simple. Don't worry about those things. I don't worry about those things. In the same way I don't worry about organic foods and free-range stuff and battery things and I just don't care about all this stuff. I don't care about sodium. I don't care about these little things. I just don't get it. They're just not a big deal. Focus on your main foods. If you get to the point where you've had 3 weeks and you're perfectly hitting your numbers in terms of your diet, your workout is perfect, your cardio is on point, then you can look at how can I order it to get rid of E-numbers if you really care about it that much. But don't worry about that. That's stuff, sensationalist stuff for newspapers to get a hold of and say, oh, makes a nice little article. You can write about it and how much they're poisoning you. No one has any definitive proof on what any of these chemicals do or do not do. If you're eating whole foods, you're hardly going to have any of them anyway. If you have just a little bit of say, corn, meat, and it has a few preservatives in it, it's not poison, they're preservatives. They're just meant to preserve the food. Calm down. Just because you see a name and it says sodium bicarbonate phosphate, just because you don't recognize the name, it doesn't mean it's a poison. Yeah? That is one of the most ignorant things to think. Just because a word is long, that immediately it's a poison. Yeah? There are a lot of things put into food that we don't know. For instance, all the vitamin names, yeah? Vitamin B12 and, A and D. Those are the vitamin names that we call the actual chemical names. They're like a mile long. Like if I was to list some of the vitamin names, they sound like poisons to you. They're not poisons. That's just what chemicals are. Everything is chemicals at some point. It's got to get down to that. Most of glucose is going to be like carbon, deoxyribonucleic, whatever, etc. Some long name for the chemical. Just because you don't recognize a name does not make it automatically a poison. Yeah. So hopefully there's been some help. Get out of the minutiae of this thing. That is my advice. Focus on your macros. Hopefully it's been some help. BradleyAidanJohnson@gmail.com if you have any queries or suggestions or want to disagree or agree or anything of that nature. And like the video, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, subscribe. Peace.